Imagine this. You walk into a party, a networking event, or even just a coffee shop where you see someone you'd like to talk to. You hesitate for a moment. Your mind starts racing with thoughts. What do I say? Will I come off as awkward? What if they don't like me? So instead, you pull out your phone and pretend to text someone, waiting for a magical moment that never comes. Sound familiar? For many of us, social interactions don't come naturally. We see confident people engaging in conversations effortlessly, making friends instantly, and winning the room without breaking a sweat. It almost feels like they have a secret formula that we don't. But what if I told you that you can learn that formula too? Social confidence isn't something you're born with, it's a skill you develop. And one of the best guides to mastering this skill is How to Talk to Anyone by Leil Lowndes. This book isn't just about making small talk, it's about unlocking the hidden psychology behind human connection. Today, we'll go deep into 5 powerful techniques that will help you instantly boost your likability, create stronger connections, and make every conversation more engaging. Let's get started. Let's start with something simple yet incredibly powerful: your smile. Now, I know what you're thinking. Everyone knows smiling makes you more approachable. But here's the secret. It's not just about smiling, it's about how you smile. Picture this. You meet someone, and the moment you see them, you immediately flash a big, wide smile. While it may seem friendly, it can sometimes come off as forced, insincere, or even fake. Instead, imagine you're seeing an old friend after many years. Your smile wouldn't appear instantly. It would gradually spread across your face as warmth and happiness build inside you. That's the flooding smile technique. Here's how to do it. When you first see someone, keep a neutral but open expression. As they make eye contact, let your smile grow naturally and slowly, almost like a sunrise. Make sure your eyes reflect the smile too. A genuine smile comes from the eyes as much as the mouth. This creates the impression that you are truly happy to see them, making your presence feel warm, inviting, and deeply authentic. People will subconsciously feel drawn to you simply because your smile feels real. Next, let's talk about eye contact, one of the most powerful tools in communication. Have you ever had a conversation where someone was constantly looking around the room, checking their phone, or glancing past you? It doesn't feel great, does it? On the other hand, when someone maintains strong but natural eye contact, it makes you feel like you matter, like what you're saying is important. This is where the sticky eyes technique comes in. Most people instinctively look away immediately when someone finishes speaking. But instead of breaking eye contact too soon, hold your gaze for just 1 extra second. This extra moment makes you appear more attentive, confident, and even magnetic. But be careful. There's a difference between engaging eye contact and an uncomfortable stare. The key is to keep your expression relaxed, natural, and warm. By slightly delaying when you break eye contact, people will instantly feel a deeper connection with you, without even realizing why. This next technique is something we subconsciously notice, even if we don't realize it: body positioning. Think about the last time you talked to someone who was half turned away from you. Maybe they were looking at you, but their body was angled toward another direction. It kind of felt like they weren't fully invested in the conversation, right? Now, imagine talking to a baby. When we engage with infants, we naturally give them our full attention. We turn our whole bodies toward them because instinctively we know that's how you make someone feel important. That's the idea behind the big baby pivot. Whenever you're speaking to someone, turn your entire body toward them, not just your head. This simple movement immediately makes people feel like they have your full attention. And when people feel important around you, they like you more. One of the fastest ways to make someone feel connected to you is to mirror their language, a technique called echoing. For example, if someone says, "I just had the most amazing vacation in Italy," instead of replying with, "Oh, cool," try this instead. "Wow, Italy? That sounds amazing. What was the best part?" By repeating key words from their sentence, you're showing that you're truly engaged in what they're saying. This subtle technique makes people feel instantly understood and appreciated. Saying thank you is one of the simplest forms of politeness, but most people don't realize that there's a way to make gratitude more powerful, more memorable, and more impactful. Think about this. How often do you hear someone say thanks in passing? "Thanks for your help. Thanks for coming. Thanks for everything." It's polite, but also forgettable. But what if there was a way to make your thank you stick in people's minds. This is where the technique called never the naked thank you comes in. Instead of saying just thank you, always add a reason or a compliment. This makes your appreciation feel more genuine and personal. For example, instead of saying, thanks for helping me with the project, say, thank you for helping me with the project. Your expertise made such a huge difference. Instead of saying, thanks for coming to my event, say, thanks for coming. It meant a lot to have you there, and your presence really made the atmosphere more special. Instead of just saying, thanks for listening, say, thanks for listening. I really appreciate how thoughtful and supportive you are. By adding a reason or a personal touch, you make the other person feel truly valued and recognized. Why this works? People don't just want to be thanked, they want to feel appreciated. When you give a detailed thank you, it sticks in their memory because it makes them feel special. It also strengthens your relationships because when people feel appreciated, they're naturally drawn to you. Compliments are great. But what if I told you that the most powerful compliment is the one you never give directly? Sounds strange, right? Most people love receiving compliments, but there's one little problem. Sometimes, when someone directly compliments us, we feel awkward. We might doubt if it's genuine. We might feel pressured to respond. We might brush it off to be humble. That's why there's a better way to compliment people. It's called the secret compliment. Instead of telling someone directly how great they are, you let them overhear you saying it to someone else. This technique is powerful because it feels more real, more genuine, and more meaningful than a direct compliment. Why this works? This method works because when people overhear praise, it feels more genuine. They weren't being directly flattered. More powerful. It wasn't said for their benefit, which makes it feel more authentic. More memorable. We always remember things we weren't supposed to hear. Think about it. If someone tells you directly, you're really smart, you might shrug and say, oh, I try. But if you overhear them telling someone else, wow, John is one of the smartest people I know, that compliment will stick with you for a long time. There's one final trick to maximize your compliments. Only say things that are true. If you start throwing around random compliments just to sound nice, people will eventually notice. Make sure everything you say comes from a real place of appreciation. When you do this right, people will remember you as the person who always made them feel good, even when you weren't trying to. These techniques may seem small, but they have a huge impact on how people perceive you. With just a little practice, you'll become more charismatic, respected, and socially confident. Which technique will you try first? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more self-improvement tips.